I am pre-fishing for the flagship today, y'all. My absolute favorite kayak bass tournament, the Bayou Lacombe Open. So, this is a place, man. The first kayak tournament that I ever fished was here, and that was 7 years ago. So we got the seventh annual Lacombe Open coming up. And just to give y'all a little history on the place, tidal water, North Shore of Lake Pontchartrain. So pretty, if this were anywhere else in the country, it would just be called a bay, right? It's an estuary is what it is, but regardless of that, typical tidal river fishing. Tannic water, pretty clear water, a lot of grass. And dude, this tournament has never had an limit over 80 inches. It's never taken over 80 to win it. I've caught 80-inch plus bags here, never during the event, and like I said, I think the highest winning total was last year, and it was like mid-70s, somewhere kind of like upper mid-70s. So the goal is to break 80 inches this year, and look, the tournament is still 2 weeks away. So I'll say I'm pre-fishing for it. I'm just poking around just to see what the water looks like, just to see what the grass looks like, and kind of get a feel for it. I'm in an area that I typically don't fish. An area of the the eligible water that I really don't fish. So, I think it'll be good, but I think, it's just I'm here to kind of get a feel for what's going on. Late spring, early summer, warm water. The water's probably already in the 80s. It's going to be a beautiful day. And, I think if somebody does break 80 inches in the tournament this year, they're going to do it with probably two big bites, like two fish over 19, a 19 and a 20, and then round the limit out with 14 inchers, which sounds easy to do, but it's not. There's this place, man, it's so cool to watch it change throughout the years. It's like different size classes show up and then they're gone. Last year we started to see more of those 14 and 15 inch fish, but before that it was either a really big one or 10, 11, 12 inches, right? So it was like there was that missing chunk of, year class fish, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think that'll be key this year. Two big bites, then round it out with 14s instead of rounding it out with 12s. Let's say you get a 19, a 20, and 3 14s. You'll be around that 81 or 82 inch mark. I'd be happy with anything over 75, but breaking 80 is the goal. So y'all come with me. Get out there and have some fun. And probably going to catch a few fish today. Getting a late start. Probably going to fish like 8 to noon. But let's see what's up. Alright, y'all, so the main bayou was a pretty much a bust, man. I had one decent fish on the buzzbait, jumped off, had a couple follows and boils on a fluke, but other than that, nothing happening. So kind of what I'm trying to do now is get a game plan for later in the day, on tournament day. I know where I'm going to start. I know where I'm going to fish until about 9:30. But I really, like I said, to get up above 80, I know I'm going to need two good ones, two big ones. And I'm trying to think of something I can possibly do to make that happen later in the afternoon. Because, if I get a good one in the morning, that's just, there's nothing I can do to target that. I just kind of have to hope for a bigger one to show up in the area that I'm going to be. And of course, throw something that a bigger one would want to eat. So yeah, the plan is I'm just going to run this little neighborhood canal. It's going to have some shade, that's always a good thing between, say 10 and 2:30. in the afternoon when you're fishing down here in June. I mean, it's normally hot for this tournament, and I mean, absolutely no shade on that main canal. So if you know, we're too far out to see the forecast now, but if it is looking, you know, calling for bright sun, that type of deal, I'd like to, you know, have a little bit of confidence in getting a big bite back here. Just frogging and fluking these shade lines. You know, that's the plan. I saw him chase that one out. Not a bad fish. That was not a bad fish at all. I thought that dude was small.